Hey guys, welcome back to another Movie Buzzer, live basically, and we're going to review Venom Let There Be Carnage. I am starting a little bit earlier than what I initially posted, just because I want to actually go ahead and get into the movie and everything. I went and seen it earlier today at around 5 o'clock. I took my daughter to go see it with me. Um, First of all, wasn't really looking forward towards the movie to begin with because of the fact of just I wasn't a big fan of the first Venom. So, not really looking forward to it, but I was very looking forward to Woody Harrelson's version of Carnage for this movie. So that's what I was hoping for. Um, so I'm going to start this video off with basically me, just going over the movie, my thoughts on the movie itself before I get into any spoilers or anything like that. And I will make an announcement when I'm going to have any spoilers for us, before I get into them. That way, if you haven't seen the movie, you can turn it off and then come back afterwards, because I do keep my live videos up. Um, After walking out of this movie, it I still, even right now, I'm still trying to, I think, process everything that I've seen in this movie. If you're a fan of the original, of the first Venom movie, you're going to be a fan. You're going to like this movie because it's basically, to me, it ran very similar to what the first Venom movie was. Very similar. So, and that's how it kind of played out. Um, I still didn't like a lot of the scenes with Venom itself in it. I felt it was very too comical at points. A lot of, I don't know, you're gonna have some kind of comedy. Some comedy's okay, but I think it was like almost a lot of forced comedy in it to me. Um, and it kind of buzzed me out of it. A little bit. Every part that had the comedy in it. It did. You could tell it was 90 minutes because it felt like it got to the point fucking real quick. Of what was going on, and it felt like it centered more on the Shriek character in this movie than, it had more of her than I thought it was going to actually have. Um, Woody Harrelson as Carnage, as Cletus Cassidy. I liked him. I liked him as Cletus Cassidy. There was one part of it I didn't like so much, and that was the love interest with Shriek and everything. And I didn't feel Cletus's character towards her. I didn't really care for. Um, Carnage was on point to me as far as how he is and how that character is, just so ruthless in everything. Um, a Golden Jaguar. Um, so but like I said, I know Golden Jaguar, you just joined, but so I'm gonna basically kind of go over my thoughts on the movie first, and then before I get into spoilers, if you haven't seen it, you might want to turn it off. Before I get there, I'll announce it when I get to them. But yeah, I walked out of this movie. I had to think about it, and to be honest with you, I'm still thinking about, do I like this movie? And I still can't even give a good definitive answer. And that was actually kind of the way when I walked out of the original Venom as well. I felt that same fucking way. I was like, do I like it or do I not like it? I don't understand how I like it or not. There's a lot of parts in this movie that I was just not into. I was not part. I did not like whatsoever. The whole, what we already had seen in the teaser with the breakfast, what we had seen with in the commercial with him in the fucking, like, the club. I was not about those fucking scenes. It was like a lot of the Venom parts in this movie I was not happy with. I wasn't part of it. And I know this is supposed to be like a different Eddie Brock, a different Venom than I'm used to actually seeing and everything. So, because that's not my Eddie Brock, that's not my Venom. So, I mean, this Eddie just feels like he's just a fucking pussy to me. Like how Venom always calls him a pussy in the damn movie. I just wasn't. I did not like Tom Hardy's Venom in this movie. I really didn't. Um, and thank God they didn't really blow that whole um the gayness. the gay relationship that they have. They just basically have a bromance. Basically, is what it is. They didn't like blatantly say, you know, like, you know, I'd fuck you or anything like that. You know, nothing blatant like that. Venom did say he loved him, and I was like, okay, that's a little strange, but I understand the bromance and the whole symbiosis part of it, where they're bonded. Um, that's the reason why you kind of have that, and it is. I mean, you would feel like that if you did have something attached to you all the time like that. So, um, but yeah, it just again, I'm still, like I said, I'm still rethinking how I'm thinking about this damn movie. Did I can't understand if I liked it or not. Um, the like I said, Woody Harrelson, I liked a lot of what he was, and to be honest, the prison scene, which is what I called out in that fucking trailer, is a badass looking scene. That was great. I liked that part of it. There was, I felt like the CGI in this was a little bad at a lot of points. I mean, that's the reason why the movie's so fucking dark. I felt like it was a fucking jumbled mess a lot of the times. Like when they were fighting at the end of the movie, it was like to me it would look like a jumbled fucking mess, and I couldn't. I mean, he's red, but yet they made Carnage a lot like fucking Riot from the first movie, a lot like him, and I was like, did not like that part of it. I really didn't. I was like, we got that with Riot, you know. But I did like a lot of some of the other scenes with Carnage in it that, you know, it kind of made up for. And it just comes down to, for me, it always is, am I going to watch this movie again? I will watch this movie again, because of it's Carnage in it. I liked it, but I don't know if it was still enough to save it, because it's very on par to the first movie, and I'm not a big fan of the first movie. I did watch the first movie right before going into it because I started it last night. I finished it today, so that way when I got off today, me and my daughter we seen it, and it's great to do that because that way you have the feel of from the first movie going into this one, because it's almost like it takes place a year after the first movie. Um, and then of course, the end credit scene, but everybody's fucking blowing up about. I won't get into that until I get in spoilers, but um, so yeah, I'll get into that when I get to spoilers. I want to see what everybody's saying here real quick. Andrew says it. So was it good? Was Carnage badass? Carnage was badass. Carnage had some badass fucking scenes. I liked some of Carnage, what I seen out of Carnage, and he whooped fucking Venom's ass. Um, but there was some parts of that I was not a big fan of, and I didn't like. I think what it was mostly was every fucking scene with Carnage was all fucking dark. So therefore, you really didn't like see those real red highlight, the red highlights so much on him. And when they're fighting, you got to try to see if you can tell the fucking difference in them. That's the way it was with Venom and Ryan. It's just because it was filmed dark, and I don't like that. But I know if you film it in the light, you better have some fucking badass CGI because otherwise you're really going to see it. Vasco, welcome, man. It was not there at all. It was not there at all. Okay. Andrew, how was Venom versus Carnage at the church? Like I said, I like I like the fight. I just felt like it was a jumbled mess to me. The CGI in it was just a jumbled mess, in my opinion. I might get a better view of it when it's on stream and I can watch it in 4K. Then I might, and I'm right on my damn TV with it and everything. Where compared to where I was in the theater and stuff like that, I might get a better experience with it the second time around on it. I think. Um, Wolverine Gaming, I like the movie, man. I watched it today. Yeah, I seen it at around 5 today. Jesus. Everybody's coming in all at one time, and it's like, I might have to end up going to where it's just only super chats I'm bringing up because it's hard to. catch where I'm at. Andrew says, I saw the big end credit scene. I seen something very brief before I even went to go see the fucking movie, and then I was like, it had me hurry up and turn off fucking YouTube at that point, because I was like, that is the reason why feel I had to go see it fucking today, because everybody's going to be talking about that end credit scene, and they're going to fucking spoil it, and that's all I've seen even since I've gotten back from the movie and online, is people are fucking posting that scene online. And I'm like, God damn, guys, leave it the fuck alone. You don't have to put it on the fucking internet as a fucking thumbnail to fucking ruin it for people. It just fucking came out. I can do it a fucking week or two later. But no, you can't. You can't fucking leave it alone, can you? Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to rant on about it, but Jesus fucking Christ. Andrew says that is what made the movie to me, was the end credit scene, which I'll get into here in just shortly. Andrew's, of course, asking why. So I'm guessing Rob won't be disappointed with Carnage. We'll have to see when he actually gets on and does it. Don't want to say any spoilers until Chris does. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to get into spoilers here soon, I think, on it. Just because that's what's going to be the main topic of everything here. Jason Lee, what up? How's it going, man? Nice to see you in here. Yeah, right. People have no fucking respect for other people, and yeah, I agree. All right, so what I'm going to do, guys, is because I do have quite a few people coming in, and the chat's going to constantly go, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep up. I'll try to hit them, but if you really want me to read what you're saying, you're going to have to probably send in a super chat. I don't, just even a little one is fine. So that way I can hit what you guys are wanting to talk about, because I am about to get into spoilers on this. So my final thoughts before I get into spoilers, before I give you guys the warning, still really kind of reeling on it. Even though I've seen it so earlier into the day, I don't know how I still feel about it. But I'm going to just say, if you like the first movie, you'll like the second movie. If you didn't like the first movie, you're probably going to still have mixed feelings about this movie, and that's kind of where I'm at, because I feel the movie was, I would say, maybe better than the first one, as of right now. All right. So right now, guys, I am going to get into spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie, you might want to go ahead and click off and come back to my watch this video later for my review, because then I'm going to get into my main pass fail and then all the spoilers as well, because of the end credit scene and all that kind of stuff. So real quick, this is it. If you're not a subscriber, also by means subscribe to the channel. And like I said, guys, send in super chats so that way I can keep the conversation going, and I can hit everybody as best I can with if you want to talk about it. Yes, it says Venom was trash. Venom, I still feel was. Devin said that movie sucked. The humor was cringier than the first movie. That's one of the biggest things I had the fucking most problem with this movie. It was the fact that it felt like every fucking 5 fucking seconds it was a fucking joke or humor. It was just so humorous. And I understand, you're trying to have Venom talk, you're trying to make him where people like him, like the character and everything. It's just, oh my God. That just was like, the comedy in it, I think, ruined a lot of it. You didn't have to put so much of it in there. And it would have been, I think, a lot better, in my opinion, if you would have cut it back a little bit on it. But everybody's going ape shit over the fucking end credit scene. So why not get into that real quick, guys. The end credit scene shows Brock sitting, after he's defeated Carnage, he's taking like a vacation, he's on the beach and everything. Well, he's in this room. They're watching some stupid soap opera, which is weird and how that fucking started and how long that was before it actually got to them. And then all of a sudden the fucking flash goes off. A big flash goes off, and now all of a sudden they're in this different room, or it's like the same room but just different. And then on the TV you see J. Jonah Jameson outing, saying how Peter Parker is Spider-Man and it's Tom Holland's Spider-Man. People are just going fucking ape shit over this shit. It's just, okay, it's cool. Yes, finally a fucking Spider-Man reference. I get it. I am a big Venom fan. I've been preaching that should have been fucking Spider-Man to begin with. This now looks like they're bringing Venom into the MCU. The Tom Hardy's Venom will be part of the MCU. We'll have to see how far that goes, and because it definitely leads into No Way Home, and now the question of, is Venom in No Way Home? So now you have that question that's going through your minds. Because they've already done said that the next movie they're focusing on the multiverse, and Venom's going to be fighting Spider-Man, and it showed how like he likes Spider-Man, and it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. How much of is there going to be a cameo of him in No Way Home, or are we going to just straight get a Venom 3 and maybe Tom Holland maybe show up in there? That's the question. I really want to see where they go with that. I'm not losing my fucking mind over it, because until they actually put it together and actually make a movie of it, either in, like I said, if Venom's in No Way Home, or if they do it for Venom 3, then I might, then I'm gonna go at ape shit crazy, because of the fact of I finally got my Spider-Man Venom movie, even though it still ain't my fucking Venom. Basically, it ain't my Spider-Man Venom I know of. So, but I will kind of be glad to see that. I think that would be fucking badass. Because him fighting the symbiotes, I've seen that in the first fucking movie. Now I'm seeing it in this movie. Granted, it was Carnage, and I love Carnage. That's one of my favorite villains, and it was so great to finally see him on the big screen and everything. I just kind of really, really was hoping for, I think, a little bit more from it. I guess I was wondering, because at first, when he first appeared, when he first turned into Carnage, he wasn't fucking speaking. I was like, are they really not going to have Carnage speak? That kind of was weird. And it always made me wonder what the live action was going to sound like, because all the cartoons that of Carnage have been all that squeaky fucking like voice. So I was wondering if they were going to go that route, but basically they made him sound just like fucking Venom and Riot. I mean, to the fucking detail of it. Like I said, it was a red fucking riot. That's what Carnage felt like a little bit to me, and it just kind of was disappointing on that, I guess. Let's see if I can hit some of these chats here. I know I'm behind, but like I said, I more than likely I'm gonna need a super chats to check them out, to make sure. Andrew says, so Venom Tom Hardy is in the MCU and will meet Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Could this mean he's in No Way Home? Like I said, I think the way it ended, and with No Way Home coming out afterwards, and I think that's the reason why they didn't want to push also Venom till January, like they were thinking about at one point, because of the fact he's in this. So that way it fits in along with the timeline that they're trying to go with. Devin says the only good thing was Woody Harrelson as Cletus Carnage. It wasn't more for him. This movie would have been a 0 of 5 for me. To be honest with you, dude, I'm probably right there with you on that. Woody Harrelson as Carnage and Cletus Cassidy, I enjoyed. I enjoyed that. I did like the Shriek character a little bit, but not much. Not like over the top. I was like, okay, that's cool. She was all right. She was all right, and they did make her a little bit more of a focal point than I thought originally that she was going to be. Guess Web says people said it was Madam Web that took him to the multiverse at the end of the credit. Who knows? Who knows? I didn't see anything that referenced that. So I think that's probably just people reaching, kind of like the whole Mephisto thing. Andrew, I think the same time Doctor Strange does the spell for Peter, the spell transports the villains into the MCU, including Tom's Eddie. Possible. That could be how they come to be. We won't find that out until No Way Home. Vasco, I said on a stream months ago he is the 6th villain. You never know. You really never know. But then again, this Venom doesn't play as a villain. You know, he doesn't play it as a whole villain. He's basically an anti-hero. He's a lethal protector. So I don't see him being a villain. Andrew says, you know, Venom stated that the symbiotes have a hive mind connection throughout multi universes, meaning Venom knows what happened to the Venom in Toby's universe. I think that's a little bit of a reach. I really do. Andrew, that's why he recognized maybe not Tom himself, but Spider-Man in general. So I believe Venom knows Spider-Man is the one who killed him in the Spider-Man 3 universe, and now wants revenge. That Andrew, I give you a lot of credit, man. That is a hell of a reach. I think that's going a little bit too much. But hey, it's all good, man. If that's the case, it makes perfect sense for them to fight, and it won't ruin the anti-hero aspect that the Venom movies have set up. True, true. I'll give you that, but again, I think that is one hell of a reach. Jason Lee, no, Toxin was not in the movie. But I'm wondering. I am really wondering. I had to look it up. The cop, the FBI agent that was in this movie, that was one of the other main characters of this movie, does he become Toxin? I don't know Toxin's host name, the one that he inhabits. I don't know his name, but it had where his eyes turned blue. It looked like after Shriek killed him. So I don't know what the fuck he becomes, and then left off that as a cliffhanger. So if anybody knows that, please leave in the comments, because I want to know what's going on with that. I don't know about that part of it. Golden Jaguar Multiverse of Madness, probably. I think this does lead into that, and like I said, we possibly could see Venom in Spider-Man No Way Home. You hear Doctor Strange yell, "No, I did not. No, I did not. I did not hear that." Same time you see the Flash and the room change. No, and that's why I kind of think that's what that was, because that was where that happened. But the thing is, I think hopefully it all get answered in No Way Home. Like I said, I feel after now that end credit scene, we'll see Venom in No Way Home. So you heard the yell from the No Way Home trailer. Even though I hate Tom's Spider-Man, seeing him face Hardy's Venom would be 60, and that's what I want to see. I just want to see a fucking Spider-Man versus Venom movie. Another thing that did bother me was they killed Carnage. They killed Cletus Cassidy, and then he ate and reabsorbed the symbiote in this as well. He absorbed the symbiote and he ate off Carnage's head. Okay, because that bothered me. I was like, okay, so that you just killed off Carnage, which is a big character. Why would you want to fucking do that? But then again, if they did what they did with this end credit scene, is it going to lead now into the another Cletus Cassidy from from this multiverse? So therefore, we could possibly see Woody Harrelson come back as a different Cletus Cassidy, a different one, maybe who's not so fucking lovesick over fucking Shriek. Please, fucking God, Jesus Christ. That was one thing I didn't like, was his love sickness for Shriek. I didn't like that, and the fact that Cletus Cassidy was fucking just murderer. He just fucking just slaughtered people. And then in the books, in the thing, when they stopped Carnage the first time, they destroyed the Carnage symbiote, but it had already mutated Cletus Cassidy's blood. So when they went to go kill him, he mutated, and that's when Maximum Carnage started. So I'm kind of curious. I'm really curious to see how it goes. And everything. So Ryan, thank you very much, sir, for the $10 super chat. You are currently now the MVP of the night. I think Venom is going to be the Venom everyone wants when he faces Spider-Man. I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Holland, at the end of No Way Home movie, he's surprised by the symbiote that is separated from Brock. who knows? You know, that would be fucking awesome if we get the fucking black suit of Spider-Man in No Way Home. That would be fucking awesome. Please give me that. And then that way he gets a spider, Venom gets a spider on the chest and everything. Oh, please. Please give me. As a fan, I want it. Give me a second, guys. Oh man, but yes, that would be something I'd want. I really do. Um, I just now feel that yes, Venom will be in No Way Home, especially at that end credit scene. I hate the fact I'm still talking about that end credit scene because to me, that is what everybody. When I went and looked at reviews and everything, because I wanted to get a little taste of what people are thinking of it. Because when Robert did his video earlier today, even on the thumbnail, you can see where it said it's currently 75% from critics. Now that damn thing is like 56%. It's falling fast. A lot of people, but the audience score currently at this time is 88%. So again, it's just like the first Venom. If you love the first Venom movie, you're going to love this movie. If you didn't like it, you're not probably going to like it. Now, me, I think I like it more than I did the first movie. But that, again, just like I thought it would be, I would only like it because of the Carnage fucking shit. And I can't wait until when I can watch it at home, in 4K, and on my surround sound on the TV behind me, and just watch it and I'll be able to actually see every fucking thing because it was like I said, a jumbled mess there at that one point, and it was very annoying and everything. But the fight scene was fine. I enjoyed it, but it was like, okay, you really can't harm each other because you throw the fucking shit at him and he's still fucking going, so uh, just hoping. But thank you again, Ryan. I do appreciate you, sir, for that $10 super chat. Um, Entertainment TV, welcome in. I appreciate you coming in. I think it was a good film, a better film than the first one. But I hope the third movie take less comedy and more serious moments. That's what I want to, especially if you're going to do. You've already said that you're bringing in Spider-Man. You're going to have the third one's going to deal with the multiverse. Take out some of that, all that fucking comedy. Not all of it. I will say you can leave some of it. Some of it was fine, but a lot of it just did not need to be there. It looks like he's in a totally different universe by the end of the credit scene. So we won't have Michelle Williams no more. I don't think we'll have her. We'll have the boyfriend Dan. Mrs. Chen's gone. I think everybody that he had fucking contact with in the other universe is gone. I think this was the way to bring him into this universe and give it a whole new fresh start with Venom. So I do like that. Hopefully we'll get a better start now. I did thought it was actually kind of neat where he was on like the island. I know it was not a deserted island, but that was my first take of Venom. That was my first books that I got of Venom. It was that the two-parter, two issues where he fights Spider-Man. Spider-Man lures him to this deserted island, fakes his death, Venom thinks that he killed Spider-Man, so he retires there on the island. Look there, Venom trailer right now on the behind me. And so it kind of played off on that a little bit too. So, but yes, I'm hoping for a better third movie. Less comedy, please. Vasco, maybe that is symbiote suit when Tom is running through the kitchen, seeing No Way Home. No, the suit he's wearing in that is that black and gold one. It's not the symbiote because that suit has it looked like it had like the magic stuff on it. So we'll have to see on that. Andrew says maybe there's a Cletus Cassidy on MCU Earth, and that's what I'm thinking too. Because I mean, come on, why did you kill him? You ate his head. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that they killed him. Shriek, I was fine with them killing her. Oh, Jaguar, I probably won't like it. If it really, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. If it all depends. If you liked the first Venom movie, you will like this movie. It is basically the same shit. In fact, do yourself a favor, get completely in the mindset and mood of it, and watch the first one before going into the second one. Because, like I said, I watched the first one, finished it today. So therefore, when I went at 5 o'clock to go see it with my daughter, I was very fresh, knowing exactly what happened in the previous movie, and it helped tremendously in with this movie, because I felt like I was just watching a very continuation of it, like right after, and it takes place a year after the first one. Andrew says, "Well, I'm thinking comedy is more the rage these days. No serious, because I think of the MCU formula, and it kind of is. You could see where they could have made this fucking R-rated. There was a lot of fucking scenes where Carnage was just fucking ripping through people. And of course it would blank out and cut away and everything, because it's, of course, like I said, PG-13. I mean, they're going for the money. That's the reason why. But could would I like to see an R version of it? Like, like a director's cut R version of it? Oh fuck yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Did it need to be? No. I mean, it was fine. It cut away, but I would have still. I mean, he was fucking leveling fucking people, leveling them. Ryan coming in with another $10 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. I very much appreciate it. Also, the Spectacular Spider-Man TV series had multiple Carnage copies. If I was Marvel, I would have taken some of that storyline where Carnage makes multiple Carnages out of people. That is very possible that they could go that route. In fact, the best route, I feel, that if they did that, Ryan, that could be our new Maximum Carnage. Because I feel that they're not done with this. I really do. I feel that they're not done with this, because why would you not call this movie Maximum Carnage unless you are thinking about making a Maximum Carnage movie? That is my thought. And that is actually good, where you can do a Maximum Carnage movie, just maybe do it differently. And that would be a definitely good way to do it, is Maximum Carnage would be a bunch of Carnages, kind of like the Ultron thing. This is what I'm thinking of, but I can see it. But actually, I think that was in, it wasn't in Spectacular. I believe that was in the Ultimate. That was Ultimate Spider-Man where that happened. There was a lot of those episodes I missed, but I did watch the Carnage ones. I watched the Carnage ones, and I did watch the ones where he was hopping from universe to universe, and because I love the animation that they did for Spider-Man 2099 in that. I thought that was fucking fantastic. Not a big fan of Ultimate Spider-Man, especially if I think the first season was fucking awful, because of the fact of, there was a lot of, they couldn't even really use his villains, so you had all these other villains. It did get a little bit better, but I mean, come on, Carnage Queen, really. A second. And by the way, guys, I know you're probably fucking surprised. I got football on, and I'm not turning around. That's because the game, the two teams, the Bengals and the Jaguars, really. Football's football. I like watching football, but that's not what I want to watch. Anyway, back to this. Andrew does have a great question here. Once again, I do want to touch base real quick. Thank you, Ron. I do appreciate it, sir. I like that. I like the idea, but like I said, I think it would be awesome as Maximum Carnage. Tell me if you agree. Andrew says, "How was Carnage's voice when he, I'm assuming, is in action like Venom's voice?" Dude, that bothered me. It really bothered me. I thought for sure they would have some kind of choice, because, like I said, in the not comics, of course, but in the TV series, all the TV series as Carnages had a distinctive, like, high pitched voice in a ways. And I thought that that's kind of maybe the route that they were going to go. I guess I was expecting a different type of voice, but it sounded just like fucking Venom and Riot. they all fucking sound the same, and it bothered me. That was another part that bothered me. Carnage's look, though. I mean, I remember when I was like, "That's not my Carnage." Hashtag that's not my Carnage. But after watching the last trailer got me great. I was like, okay, that's awesome. Okay, I was like, I can dig it now. I can dig it now. I'm just used to the black teeth instead of those type teeth. But seeing it in action and in the movie and everything, fucking fantastic. And I loved how he came when he first fucking stepped out and he was in that fucking prison. The prison scene is probably one of my favorite scenes of this fucking movie. I know a lot of people, when I read the comments and everything, they were all about best scene in the movie is the end credit scene. Best thing about it was the end credit scene. Yes, I like the end credit scene, but technically the end credit scene ain't part of really. It isn't part of the movie, but it ain't. You know, um, to me the best part of to me was the him in the fucking prison and him fucking just leveling fucking people. Like I said, that is the part where it could have been fucking rated R, and I mean him just fucking leveling. I didn't understand the whole fucking Twister thing that he did. I didn't like that. But the movie was fucking yeah. That part was that I love that part. And then there was a couple of other parts when he was as Carnage I really liked. There was a lot of scenes there at the end when he's fighting Venom. That was great. Let's see. Wolverine, really, bro? Bengals are my favorite team. Thanks, man. So, hey, Wolverine, I'm going to tell you right now, one of my very first favorite teams before I became a Falcon fan was the Bengals. I was a Bengal fan. I loved Boomer Esiason, Icky Woods. I remember being a Bengal fan. I don't mind the Bengals. I like the Bengals. I just don't like the Jaguars. I don't like the Jaguars. Ryan says I got Rams going to the Super Bowl this year versus Bucks. Well, that won't happen because they're both in the same conference. Only one of those two would go to the Super Bowl. Entertainment TV says I rate this movie 9.5 out of 10. Man, you got that motherfucker like high as fuck. If I had to rate it 1 to 10, I would say 5. 5 out of 10 for me. It's like I said, I'm torn between it. Part of me likes it, part of me doesn't. So I think that's where it's definitely a 50-50 for me. Gus Webb says they should have made it rated R. They didn't need to make it rated R. It was fine. Like I said, they cut away from what they needed to cut away from. Would I like to see an R-rated version of it? Yeah, I would like to see a little bit more R-rated with the way Carnage was leveling fucking people. So yeah, I would like to see it, but it didn't need to be. Ryan says just like the Dark Knight, Joker stands still, picks people. Didn't like it, but when Heath was live action, people loved him. Yeah, it was good the way it was. I liked it. As far as Carnage goes, everything to do with Venom, I was very that was a lot of parts I just could not stand with it. David says the critics got it wrong again. Yeah, because the critic score is like at 55%, I think, right now, and then the audience scores 88. It's another one of those movies. I think a lot of people like, kind of like I think what Suicide Squad was like that too, where it just depends on the taste of the person. I mean, if you like the first movie, you're going to like the second one. If you didn't like the first movie, you're probably not going to like the second one. But I think I personally, I didn't really care for the first movie. I still watch it like I did. It's fine. It's okay, I guess, to watch it. But I like this one a little bit better because, like I said, Carnage is going to be the part that saves this movie for me. It really is. Wolverine says I'll give it a 6.5. So that's better than mine. I do want to know what everybody else kind of thinks as well. If you guys want to leave your rating 1 out of 10 in the box, what did you think of the movie if you watched the movie? I kind of want to know where everybody stands on it. So Wolverine had it 6.5. Entertainment TV had it at 9.5. I had it at a 5. So right now I'm currently the lowest. Andrew, I wonder what made them decide hey, let's bring Tom Hardy's Venom into the MCU. Money, and it's a very popular character. So and it's what it turned out to be, because when they had that interview with Kevin Feige, and she said, "Oh, of course, Venom's part of the MCU," and he was like, "Not really." Then they seen how much Venom made. Then I think Kevin Feige was like, "Okay, maybe we should bring it in," you know. So because it was popular, it did good. So why not? So we'll have to see. Entertainment TV. Do you think Venom 2 can make more than Shang-Chi box office? That's a good one. I don't know. I don't know. Possibly. Possibly, yes, because of the fact that Venom is a more known character. It's a sequel compared to where Shang-Chi was a. No one knew who the fuck he was until this movie, so. And David, yes, bad jokes were everywhere. Everywhere in this fucking movie, and that was one thing I could not stand in this movie, was that alone. I wish we did not have all that. It was just too much. It was. It really was. Wolverine, I'm going to give Shang-Chi a 8.5 out of 10. Okay. And you definitely gave Shang-Chi a higher one than this one. You gave it 8.5 and Venom 6.5. Gus, I hated Carnage calling Venom 5. Dude, Gus, that was fine. That felt like Carnage to me because he did that in the fucking books. He is the spawn of Venom. So he is the son of Venom. Yes, that makes total fucking sense. Total fucking sense. Ryan, no, Shang-Chi is bigger. Okay. Andrew, if you didn't like Venom jokey, go. Gosh, I hate when it jumps. Go watch Topher Grace's Venom. He had the origin and Spider-Man. Oh, I can't stand Topher Grace's Venom though. I really can't. That's too much. That's too much. He had the origin, and to be honest, that was the best thing. Hey, I got Venom in a church in this movie. Too bad it didn't have Spider-Man in it, and he didn't get the costume that way. Um, Golden Jaguar, I haven't seen it. You're not missing nothing, buddy. Gus Webb, well, in the comics, Carnage was born from Venom. Yep, stated that. My prediction: 65 to 75 million, possible 80 million. People dying to see it. I predicted. Oh shit! What did I predict? I'm gonna go with 70, 75. 75 million this weekend. That's my prediction on it. Let's see. And you know what? I need to write that down because I will forget that. Let me write that down real quick. All right. So that's wrote down. Let's see if it sticks to that. David, I got the impression from Circus that Venom may be in the MCU if the movie did well. That's more likely what's going to happen. Wolverine, not going to lie, I loved the whole thing when he was not when he said he's a red one. And they gave that away actually in the trailer, so that was all right, but it kind of really didn't explain. I don't know if it. I think he tried to real quick, but I was trying to listen, but I couldn't quite hear it, and why he was. What's the difference between the red ones? Because I wanted to know. So, hey, Danny, how's it going, sir? Nice of you to join us. Let you know if you haven't seen the movie, man. I'm in spoilers now, so and anybody who is joining us now, I do appreciate you guys coming in. I am in spoiler part of the video, so if you haven't seen the movie, you might want to go ahead and click out and then come back to us later, because a lot of what we're talking about, I know, has been the after credit scene. We're talking a lot about that. I'm going in a little bit details on some of the movie and everything, so we'll have to see. Andrew says pick and choose. Okay, Topher or Tom as Venom. You can have one. I'm taking Tom as Venom. All fucking jokes and all. I just can't fucking stand. I can't stand Spider-Man 3's Topher Grace. They ruined fucking Venom in that fucking movie. I didn't mind that one. That whole fucking movie's a fucking mess. I didn't like that movie, but the Topher Grace scene where he gets the fucking Venom costume, it was great there, but he didn't stick to what the Venom character should have been for the rest of what Venom is after that scene. So That's why that's not Venom for me. So, but Andrew, you think Tom Hardy will have the White Spider logo soon? I'm hoping after that end credit scene. We'll have to see. Like I said, I think Venom will be in No Way Home now. I think that's going to happen. He might just have a cameo. I don't think he's going to be a big role. Because they've already done said that he'll be you fighting Spider-Man or a Spider-Man, shall I say, in the third movie, and it's going to deal with the multiverse. So that's going to be interesting. So it makes me wonder, because it just showed in this movie Venom leaving Eddie, and he might say, you know what, I'm going to go with this stronger guy, Peter Parker, and get that feel for it. And with the webs and all, well, he won't have the webs. He'll still end up doing probably his own thing. But the thing is, what worries me is this Venom, the way he is, that Peter won't. Why would he go to this Peter? You know, it don't make sense to me why he would go to Tom Holland's Peter Parker. I don't understand, because this Peter Parker is different. Unless something bad happens in No Way Home, and he would need to bond with the symbiote. I just don't see it. That's why I always felt that Venom should have latched on to Andrews. It should have been connected to Andrew's universe because of the fact of how Andrew lost Gwen Stacy. He was in a dark place, and Venom could have fed off of that. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Gus, he basically says it is a 3 out of 10. So he is going lower than me. I said this movie was a 5 out of 10. I was the current lowest, but now Gus, you are the lowest now. 3 out of 10. Entertainment TV. You think Spider-Man will be a better movie than Venom 2? Oh, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. I put Homecoming and Far From Home over the first Venom. And even probably over this one. Well, Far From Home, yes. Homecoming, close on par. Because the only thing I liked about Homecoming was Vulture. Vulture was the only thing that saved that movie to me. That's just my opinion on it. The No Way Home looks more serious than the previous Spider-Man movies. The previous Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. This one looks more serious. So therefore, I got a feeling this one's going to blow it out of the water. That's just my opinion. Andrew says, "Were you surprised that that Tom Hardy saw Tom Holland's Spider-Man and not your guy Andrew Garfield?" No, no, I wasn't surprised. Because Sony is going to push this multiverse thing so hard, and the fact that like I said, they probably got the okay from Kevin Feige to go ahead and bring in Venom into the MCU at this point, because of how successful the first movie was. They were building the second one up really big. You kind of see a little bit maybe with Morbius, how Spider-Man was in the background of that one, and you had Michael Keaton in there as well. So it looks like they're bringing all of us into one universe and everything. So it looks like now in the MCU, we're going to have vampires too. So it looks like Morbius is also going to be connected into the MCU as well. So, and that's just my opinion on it, guys. We'll see if it works. By the way, 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and call it out for tonight. Again, if you're joining us, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you're, hit us with some comments. If you really want me to get up there, see if you can knock Ryan out of the MVP for tonight, hit me up with some super chats, and we'll go over everything. Gus says Venom won't do well in the box office because of James Bond. James Bond's final movie comes out next week. Venom's going to blow up this week. That's for sure. If it makes the 75 million that I'm projecting it, that's good. But how is the longevity basically going to go? Because Next week, you got the James Bond movie. The following week, you have Halloween. But I've already said Halloween probably won't make as much because you can watch it on fucking Peacock, on the Peacock app. So we'll have to see how that does. But so it's got James Bond, Halloween. Then I think something else. I think a couple other movies come out right after that. And then you got Eternals coming out not far from here. Ghostbusters coming out not far from there. We're going to start kicking into some major high movies now. So we'll have to see how things go. David says, "Did you see the last What If? What did you think of it?" Actually, I was not going to watch no more What Ifs. I really wasn't after last week's Thor episode. I was so fucking checked out in that fucking Thor episode. It did not interest me at all. It was, to me, it was fucking stupid. And I was like, why am I watching this? Why the fuck am I watching this? And then I watched it. And I watched this episode because I seen where people were saying it was lit, it was fire. And then of course people were talking about it. And of course then you see the fucking memes because, like I said earlier in this video, people can't fucking just keep their fucking mouth shut on shit and put, the it's fine like how I'm doing. I'm talking about the movie. I've mentioned that I was doing spoilers. You know, after a certain point, that's one thing. My thumbnail does not say anywhere on it or have a picture of any fucking spoiler. And that's what I was trying to get away from. But anyway, that's what people basically were doing, even with the what ifs. I mean, I was seeing fucking spoilers of what happened in that episode before I even got to watch the episode. So when he fucking cut Thanos in half, I'd already seen that fucking shit. I'm like, whatever. But yes, that what if episode was definitely was a good one. I liked that one. I liked Ultron. Age of Ultron is a very underrated movie as far as all the Avengers movies go. Um, I think it's one of the better ones. I like Ultron. I just wish, I wish they would have had probably James Spader voice Ultron in this. But it was a good movie. I mean, good movie, good episode, and it looks like they're going to end it pretty good, and they're going to make it where everything interconnects. So that makes me that makes me hopeful. Entertainment TV says Dune. To be honest, dude, I seen the trailer before this movie, and I wasn't like over the hill impressed with it. I never watched the original though, so I feel if it's Dune is more like probably going to do what like Blade Runner did. So we'll see. We'll see. It looks visually fantastic. Entertainment TV, I think Venom will make 35 to 40 million on the second weekend. It'll drop half. So if I'm predicting 75, I'm thinking 30. It'll be about 30, 35. So you're about right. You're about right. So you're really probably thinking about what I'm making, what I'm thinking it's going to make. Golden Jaguar says, I can't wait for Eternals. Again, they showed that trailer also for, the movie. They also showed the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. And I got to see that on the big screen, and I was like in awe. Love it. Love it. Eternals, I'm going into it like I did with Shang-Chi. It's not a movie I'm dying to go see. I haven't even decided if I'm actually going to go see it. I probably will because just the lack of oh, excuse me. Just the lack of ooh, one moment, sorry. So much talking and throat's backing up on me. Um, just because of the lack of being able to go see a lot of movies this year, and it gives me something to do, something to go watch, something to talk about. So I'll probably go see it. I don't know if I'm gonna, my daughter. I don't know if she's gonna go see that one with me. I don't know if my wife is gonna go see that one with me. My wife was a little interested because of it has Salma Hayek and Angelina Jolie in it, so she knew the actors in it. She was a Game of Thrones fan, so she liked some of the Game of Thrones guys in there. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Um, but all right, guys. 5 minute warning. 5 minute warning. Last comments coming in. Hit that like button if you're watching this. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And we'll wrap this one up. Looks like Ryan is going to take the MVP of the night as far as super chats goes. Unless someone wants to beat him in the last few minutes here. Go ahead, guys. Last thoughts. Last thoughts on Venom. Let There Be Carnage. I am very 50-50 still on it. I did rank it, like I said, my rating would probably be a 5 out of 10. A lot of it was because I liked it because of Carnage, and it's because a lot of the Venom scenes, a lot of the Venom shit, I just wasn't. I didn't like. I didn't like too much comedy was in it and everything. So that's kind of where I stand on it. I mean, we'll go from there. But yeah, if you're catching the stream later, guys, just leave your comments in the box below. And then I'll answer you. I want to know what you guys think. What's your rating on it? After you see it, what do you think of it? How was Woody Harrelson? You know, David asked, was Woody Harrelson badass Carnage? Yeah, he was. Man, when that fucking, like I said, that prison scene is fucking. He was fucking leveling people. And I mean, no matter where he fucking was, he was just fucking leveling people. And I did like, they kept the part where he was calling Venom father and all that kind of shit. I liked all that. That was true Carnage there. I did like that. Entertainment TV, I'm thinking it is possible change that Bond can take first place when Halloween Kills come out. Bond could still take first place that week because of the fact of Halloween Kills, and I'll get more into that as that one gets closer. I can watch it on Peacock. I could go put $5 for the month, and then when it comes out on October 15th, I can watch it at home. Order me a fucking pizza, because that's a movie that I would have to take my whole family to go see. I had to take the whole family to go see. And basically, it would cost me double what I paid today because it's 4 of us. So I'd pay $50 for all of us to go see it. Then I got to pay for popcorn and drinks. That's another probably $20. So I'm paying $70 to go see this movie. When I could pay $5 at home, but I paid for the month for Peacock. And then when I order pizza for the family, it cost me like $20. You know? And then if we have to get up and go to the bathroom, I can pause it and go to the bathroom. It's just, but then again, I've watched every Halloween movie in theaters since H2O, even the bad Rob Zombie, even Resurrection, even Rob Zombie's H2. It just, I don't know. I don't know. I want to go to the theater and see it because watching the trailer on fucking big screen was fucking awesome. But again, the comfort of your home, and I can pause it and shit. I don't know. We'll have to see. David says Cassie is a serial killer. No regard for life seems in character. That is true. The only part that I didn't like was the love that he had for Shriek. The infatuation that he had for Shriek. He was more of a. I liked his character in the books where he didn't fucking care. He fucking he killed everybody. He had no fucking love for nobody. And just him having this one fucking light, I didn't like that. That was too out of character. Yeah, he leveled everybody as fucking Carnage, and Carnage leveled everybody. But it was like, Cletus was like, no, don't kill her, because he was like, I'm gonna fucking kill her. He didn't like her. So I don't know. So, all right, guys, I do thank everyone who came in tonight and talking to me about this. I really appreciate it. Final thoughts: 5 out of 10. Is what I'm thinking of the movie. Like I said, if you're catching this stream later, leave a comment in the box below. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And until next time, guys.